We should say our names.
Yeah, but there is one question with the introduction, so I'll put that question first.
You want to do all of them?
No, there are 15 only.
An
15
introduction.
only.
1-5.
And we're all gonna answer them.
Like
I'm gonna go home tomorrow. Present yourself in one sentence, mixing all languages you speak.
That's your introduction.
Hola, I'm Stephanie Almeida. I don't speak Spanish.
Yeah.
No, it's not funny.
It's super funny.
It's not funny. It's confusing. Bom dia. That actually goes for good morning. I am Stephanie. And tenho 25 anos. Trabalho na Terra Azul há 5 anos. 4 seasons, 3 years more or less. I speak English and Portuguese. I understand Spanish and I understand a little bit of German. Don't ask me to talk. I don't know. That's for Milou.
Bonjour, je suis Catarina. Eu tenho 25 anos, 26.
Did you forget your birthday?
Tenho 26 anos e sou de Lisboa. Other than speaking a little bit of French and speaking English and Portuguese, I also understand a bit of Spanish and Italian.
Goedemiddag, mijn naam is Milou en ik ben 26 en ik kom uit Nederland. And I speak 4 languages: English, German, Dutch and Portuguese. And espero por vocês no nosso barco. Und vielen Dank. I don't know.
It's not just me after all.
I've said everything. I don't know what else I can say in German. Guten Tag.
What did you want to become growing up? Well, working with dolphins actually. So it started out as me wanting to be a dolphin trainer, and when I started reading about it and of course learning about it, I just wanted to study them because their behavior and especially their societies fascinate me, the way they organize themselves. So I've been wanting to study them for the rest of my life. So usually I work more in research a little bit, so I'm not far from that, but still a long way to go.
Well, I've always wanted to actually do whale watching, so I'm pretty much where I wanted to be when I was 5 years old. So I knew that I never wanted to work in captivity. Well, maybe when I was a kid I considered being a dolphin trainer like Katerina, like all kids do at some point in their lives, but never like... And then I figured out that we could do whale watching, and I've always wanted to do this, so I'm pretty much where I wanted to be 20 years ago.
When I was really young, like 4, I wanted to be a biologist because my grandma always gives me these loops to look for the insects.
Yeah.
But then, when I was a little older, I was planning to do wildlife documentary making and film school. And I did study for that. When I came here, I changed my mind again and I found marine biology, and in this area I will stay for my life.
Name by heart all species of whale and dolphins you have seen here. Oh, because I have the shorter list. Okay. Common dolphins, bottlenose, rhesos, spotted, striped orcas, false killer whales, pilot whales.
So all of them except the rough-toothed dolphin.
The rest, the dusky?
The what?
The rough-toothed dolphin.
Yeah, exactly, the rough-toothed.
Blue whale, fin whale, humpback whale, sei whale, bride's whale, minke whale, Blainville's beaked whale, Sowerby's beaked whale, northern bottlenose beaked whale, Cuvier's beaked whale,
Sperm whale, dwarf sperm whale, pygmy sperm whale.
You saw them?
Yeah, in 2010.
Oh no, we didn't.
False killer whale.
Fraser's dolphins, we never see that. They stop here every now and then.
Fraser?
One sighting every 10 years or so.
Yeah, I don't feel like repeating all the dolphins because it's the same as
You can bleep me.
all the dolphins except rough-toothed and those Fraser
Frasers.
guys.
Thank God there's no batteries. Stupid flies.
What is your favorite whale or dolphin and why?
I think that's easy for Stephanie.
I feel like
don't
it's
know.
racist to say, oh, it's the orca for everybody, like the others are not good enough.
A really bad joke just came up my mind. Like the panda.
It's good if we don't know the answer. It means we don't have opinion about this one.
I like dolphins, I think, more. But
Can we say more than one favorite species? Maybe
No.
that would be...
I really love the bottlenose dolphins because you never really know what we're going to get with them. They're very temperamental. So they do stuff that no other dolphin does. And if they want to be seen and played with, so to say, they will be awesome. If not, they will just say bye-bye and completely disappear. The way they communicate as well is really cool. A lot of the stuff that we know about them is, it's really fascinating. So I quite like the bottlenose.
I'm going to say beaked whales just because they're so mysterious and we don't know when they come up, because sometimes they don't come up anymore, and then it's a really excited moment.
That's your favorite animal? Beaked whales?
Poor things.
I don't know. They're not officially the prettiest, but it doesn't mean they're ugly, and they are unique.
Yeah.
Orcas, of course. I've been wanting to see them since I was a kid. But also, I love spotted dolphins. Spotted dolphins are always curious about, not always, but 95% of the times they are curious about the boat. They come close to us, and you can see that they are genuinely having fun with the boat. They're cute and spotty. That's it. Is there one specific client that you will never forget?
In a good way?
It can be anyway.
Depends on the situation. I had to choose the hardest question.
There was this little girl, she was like 11 or something, and she was so excited in the end, and she came saying, I loved it so much and I want to be with you when I grow up, so what do I need to do to be like you?
Yeah.
So that was really cool, because it's, sometimes you have hard days, and then when you have people that are literally at the end of the day say, I want to be like you, you're doing something right. So
yes,
that was a good one.
I remember a lady, it was actually this year, she went out one time, didn't see any whales, we only saw dolphins, and her dream was actually to see a whale. And then on the second tour she saw a blue whale and she cried so much. She was so happy. It's nice to see someone that happy with something you do every day.
From the first year in 2010, that was a blind lady, so she couldn't see anything. But then Fernando put the hydrophone in the water to hear the dolphins, and she was saying that she could understand how they look like because she could hear them.
Yeah, but so at the end of the day, at the end of the year, there's so many people that you
There are
don't
more
there's
than
not
one,
one.
yes.
There's more than one people that you will always remember.
What is your craziest or most amazing experience on the sea?
Here?
Yeah, I know that one. Yeah, here. Has to be here.
21st of July 2016, the day we saw the 15 orcas. That's simple.
That was pretty cool.
I cried for the whole day.
We had this one trip where there's like 2 blue whales, like the really big ones, because they were, already adults, and they were just swimming, the 2 coming up at the same time, very close to the boat, and so I couldn't speak at that moment. So that was really nice, being able to witness something that that most people don't.
In 2011, I think, when Fernando, when somebody was vomiting on the side of the boat, but the whale was jumping on the other side on the same moment, and Fernando gave me the orders to start cleaning, so I couldn't even look at the jumping whale. It can wait a minute. No, it cannot wait.
So Milu's most special moment is
That was
actually an
most-
argument with Fernando about vomit.
And until today, I'm angry with this.
It sounds like you and Fernando anyway.
We do get along quite well.
Yeah, by the way.
Name one of your imaginary moments you have been waiting for to happen during a trip. I always hope for like a sperm whale to breach, and it actually did. So I just feel like this huge splash. It's like, sperm whale! So that was, that kind of happened. But I keep always imagining sperm whales and whales just breaching next to me.
Well, I have this thing that I always wanted to experiment, but I know I can't. It's sometimes if the dolphins are not so good during the swimming because they are maybe traveling, or they're just, if I want the dolphin sometimes to be closer, I'm always imagining how it would be to put a whole bucket of fish in the water and just attract them by the fish. But obviously that's not gonna happen. But I always thinking about it all the time. Yeah.
I actually don't know. What do I imagine all the time? Sometimes I'm on the boat and we are moving and traveling, and I know that we are going to the dolphins or somewhere, but I'm always looking, expecting something's gonna jump. Something's gonna jump. I'm gonna find something and tell Fernando and Philip, and they're gonna pay me beer. No, but no. Just always wanna. I'm always looking out to the ocean, hoping to find something jumping or breaching or just swimming. Be the first to find something, actually, for a change. That would be nice. How do you keep energy all summer? Well, that pretty much.
Do we not have energy also?
No.
It doesn't really happen.
Coffee? Lots of coffee. 4 coffees a day. And sleep.
Yes, coffee.
And no social life.
Yes, keeping up with friends and just sleeping at night.
A beer at the end of the day.
Caipirinhas.
Especially during the summer, it's hard keeping energy, and we of course we always try, because people are it's not their fault that we are tired, and so we try to bring it on for all of the trips. But yes, it's hard, but
Coffee.
good night's sleep,
Sugar also helps. Sugar and coffee together.
and some drinks after work to relax a little
Yes.
bit.
I don't drink coffee and sugar. I don't eat, but
Or a very healthy
Water.
diet like Milo.
no, it's true.
No, it's true.
And water so much.
Water, yes, water always. Oh, and also protect from the sun. If you being on the sun all
Yes.
day also takes a lot of energy. So sun cream, light clothes, all that stuff. Yeah.
How many bruises do you currently have from working on the boat? I personally at the moment have 3.
She knows how
But
many.
because they're on my like one is here, then the other one is there. I don't know. Always on my legs. But
Yeah.
I've lost count of how many. But I'm a bit clumsy as well, so yeah.
Yeah, bruises on the legs for sure. From hitting the irons and from hitting the stuff on the boat. And in the small boat, you always keep hitting our legs on the rubber. So it hurts. So yeah, bruises. Bruises are like our second skin during the whole summer.
But I always have a black one on my butt. I don't know where it's coming from. I think I always smash myself over one of the holders.
Oh yeah.
And your butt gets stuck. And then you get
yeah.
a bruise from that.
Bruises on the feet from.
That's great! We should turn this around and show you our lovely team that is rocking the pier.
Philippe and Fernando, skipper and the lookout. That's nice.
Is there anything in the ocean that scares you?
Fernando driving.
Driving. Fernando
Closer.
scares me.
Well, maybe currents, if there would be too many. I'm just imagining that it could be scary, but I've not been scared for it yet. Sharks are fine.
I don't love big waves, but
They're fun.
yeah, I don't like them.
They're fun.
But even on the
when
beach, I don't like waves. I like pools.
Well, I actually don't really like the depth. It scares me a little bit, but it's something you actually get used to. So now, in the beginning, was much worse. Now it's okay. Triggered fish. It's
Basically, all the
picks
fish.
you the shit out of you.
All the fish.
She can bleep it.
Should have bleep out.
How would you describe a whale dolphin to a blind person? Well, I've done that before. I just can't remember how. At first, she was swimming with the dolphin. She was not 100% blind. She could see something. She could see the shape, but still, I tried to describe her the shape of the head, that they had a beak, and how close they were swimming to us. About the tail, I touched her hand to show her how they move. Their fluke, and then I think it was last year there was a gentleman you could see a few years ago, so he had an idea of what they looked like, and he was asking me actually how to describe the blow. So blind people, they generally don't ask how they look like, but how they feel like, how they sound like. It's my experience from blind people.
It also depends if a person is blind from birth or if it got blind, because if it got blind then it has some references of like shapes and colors, but you know, you wouldn't say, oh yes, the dolphin has yellow. No, that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Smooth and wet, and yeah, basically.
You know when you get an olive out of a jar?
Sorry?
Did you ever eat whale or dolphin? Which one? Not the dolphin, just the whale in Norway, yeah. But it was smoked and it tasted like blood and iron. And actually, I spit it on the floor.
Well, yeah, I've never eaten whale or dolphin. Not that I'm aware of anyways, but I haven't. But I choose not to do it as well for health concerns because they are loaded with mercury, as top predators they are. And actually, no one really does it anymore. So if you go to like a country like Norway or Iceland, don't be tricked by the traditional label on them because they're not actually traditional. Only tourists eat them. So yes, so I haven't.
I've never eaten it out of a choice because first I don't agree with it, and then second, just like Katerina said, also for health concerns. Here in the Azores, in some places it's still possible to eat dolphin meat. They call it tuninha. So if you ever hear that, don't eat it, please. Please. Might be a common or a spotted dolphin that you saw on the whale watching tour before.
If you'd like to have a particular question answered, just send us a message on Facebook and we'll be happy to do another one of these for you.
Yes.
Yeah, or do a live hangout.
Exactly.
It's free. It's free. Thank you for watching this, and like Katerina said, if you have anything to ask us, please feel free to comment on Facebook and ask anything you want.